What up, everybody? It's your boy Jordan. We back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me real quick. So today I'll be doing a reaction to my man's JxmyHighroller. The title of the video is 10 Insane Facts About the NBA That May Just Blow Your Mind. So let's go right into it.
During the early days of the NBA, things were, different.
Oh wow.
Not a whole lot of high-flying dunks. Actually, there were no dunks whatsoever. No three-pointers. Dribbling that looks like it belongs in a circus act.
That's
and some
wild.
of the wildest shots you'll
What in
ever
the world?
see in your life.
No, we gotta go back. No, there's no way, no.
A whole lot of high-flying dunks.
Man's just shot a
Actually,
hook
there
shot,
were no
look
dunks
like
whatsoever. No
What
three-pointers.
in the world is
Dribbling
that?
that looks like it belongs in a circus act. And some of the wildest shots you'll ever see in your life. And one of the early pioneers of this young NBA was a player named Joe Fulks. Now, Fulks was a bad man. One of the NBA's first superstars, was the first scoring leader in NBA history, and had even scored 63 points in a single game, an NBA record at the time and one that stood for over a decade.
Oh
If
man,
one
a decade?
thing was for certain, it was that Joe was gonna shoot his shot, and no one was gonna stop him. Even if they should have. Because Joe's single game scoring record is not the only NBA record that he broke throughout his 8-year career. In a regular season game in 1948, Joe Fulks broke the NBA record for the most missed shots in a single game. A record that still stands to this day, and a record that will probably never be broken. See, here is some all-time NBA greats and the most missed shots they've ever accumulated in one game. Only a few greats have missed less than 20 shots in a single game. Steph had a game where he missed 21 shots, LeBron has missed 23 shots in a game, Michael Jordan has missed 27 shots in a single game.
MJ, you 27? Oh my god.
Kobe crossed the 30 threshold once in his entire career.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by
Will
that.
Chamberlain tops every all-time great with a whopping 37 missed shots.
Yeah, it's high volume shooters. I'm not shocked by that.
And then there's Joe Fulks, who
42,
in 1948
42 missed shots. That is insane.
missed 42 shots in a single NBA game.
That's
LeBron,
insane.
Steph, and Durant have all never even attempted 42 shots in a single game in their entire careers. But Joe was built different. 99 problems and a field goal percentage ain't one. Because Joe also holds the 2nd, 5th, 6th, and 10th
that's
spots
wild.
for the most missed shots in a single NBA game.
That's
And this is
wild.
just one of many insane NBA facts you have to see to believe.
That's insane.
Really excited to announce the sponsor. Back in 2002, Gatorade shot a commercial that featured a 39-year-old Michael Jordan going one-on-one with a younger version of himself. This commercial was first aired during Super Bowl 36 in front of millions of viewers and to this day remains one of the most iconic sports commercials of all time.
Facts.
But what people didn't realize at the time was that the athlete that played the young version of MJ was actually a 22-year-old Jamal Crawford. Despite entire articles being written about the commercial itself, Crawford was never truly credited for his role. But in a recent interview on the Dan Patrick Show, Jamal talked about his role on set.
Were you in the Gatorade commercial with Jordan?
I was.
You played the, how old were you? You played the younger Jordan, the Bulls version of Jordan, and he's with the Wizards?
Absolutely. I was 22, I believe, and I was the younger version. And I'm like, okay, what's the lines? He's like, no lines. Let's just talk. Let's play one-on-one. I'm like, there's no lines. Like, so I start reaching for the ball. He's like, you reach, I teach. Right? And he's kind of, I'm going off of his flow. I'm like, okay, am I playing? I'm trying to play like me. I'm trying to play, just play.
After taking an extended hiatus from the game, Magic Johnson returned to the NBA in the 1995-19.
That's fire. That's fire. What Jamal Crawford did for that commercial. That's fire. Especially at 22. And you gotta play MJ 101. I know he was hyped for that. I would have been.
96 season to play for the Lakers one last time. His return didn't last long, and he retired for good in June of 1996. You want to know what else happened in June of 1996? The Lakers acquired some 17-year-old kid named Kobe Bryant and signed superstar Shaquille O'Neal, which
Legendary.
means NBA fans were one season away from seeing a trio of Magic, Shaq, and Kobe all on the same team. A decision that
I know Magic was older. That still would have been insane. Magic, Kobe, and Shaq. Oh my god.
would have changed the entire timeline of the NBA. Now, for younger NBA fans, it feels like LeBron has been around since pretty much the dawn of time. In fact, for a lot of fans of the NBA, they've never seen a league without LeBron James. And that's because LeBron has been in the NBA for longer than he hasn't been in the NBA. I know, that sounds a bit weird, so let me explain. LeBron was 18 years and 303 days old when he was drafted into the NBA. And as of today, LeBron has been in the NBA for 19 years and 48 days. LeBron has been in the NBA for the majority of his life, and the majority of most of our lives. But he still has a few years to go before he reaches the ultimate NBA sage status that Vince Carter obtained a few seasons ago. By the time Vince retired, the span of his NBA career made up an absurd 30% of all seasons in NBA history. The man was a part of nearly a third of the NBA's entire existence. And throughout his career, he faced thousands of players, including not one, not two, not three, or 4, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, but 12 father-son duos in the NBA. Yes.
Vince was in the NBA forever. Eternity, boy, what? He probably still playing. I'm playing. Of course he retired, but he probably thinking about coming back.
You heard that correctly. Vince Carter was in the NBA for so long that he played the father and the son of 12 different NBA families.
That's insane.
Now, if you had to guess which player has the highest offensive rating in NBA history, who would you guess?
Will.
Jordan, LeBron, Steph, maybe Shaq or
It gotta be Will.
Maybe even throw in a wild card guess like Jokic or Giannis. Well, it really doesn't matter, because I can guarantee with 100% certainty your guess is wrong. No offense, it's just that the current record holder is literally the last guy you would expect, because the all-time leader for offensive rating is Rudy Gobert.
What?
Rudy Gobert.
No way.
For perspective, LeBron is 43rd all-time at 116. Steph, Durant, and MJ are all very close with career offensive ratings of about 117. And Rudy Gobert, the offensive juggernaut, tops every player in NBA history with an offensive rating of 127.4.
There's no way.
Some stats are really good. Not quite sure if this is one of them. Now, a better advanced stat is game score. It's by no means some perfect stat that'll tell you everything you need to know, but it does do a solid job at summarizing the efficiency and production of a single player on a game-to-game basis. From this stat, we can find out what is generally considered a good game and what is considered a bad game from a statistical standpoint. And according to this stat, anything less than a game score of 10 is a relatively bad game for a good player. And if we use this information as the standard metric, then the NBA record for the longest streak of games without a single bad game was set by Michael Jordan from December of 1987 to February of 1990. That's a streak of 183 games in a row without a single bad game. That's nearly 2.5 seasons straight of good basketball without a single bad game along the way.
That's insane.
The next closest good game streak was set by Shaq from November of 1996 to April of 1999, a span of 152 games. LeBron had a streak of 132 games. Karl Malone had 2 streaks that lasted over 100 games. And to be honest,
this is legendary. I'm not even gonna lie.
Anytime soon, since the longest active streaks of good games in the NBA come from Nikola Jokic with 98 games, Joel Embiid with 68 games, and Giannis Antetokounmpo with 44 games. But there's a current streak of games by an active NBA player that has set an NBA record that will never, ever be broken. More unattainable than Wilt's 100-point single-game record or Stockton's career assists record is LeBron's streak of regular season games with double-digit scoring. Now, some of you are probably familiar with the streak, but to understand the sheer insanity of this record, we need to take a deeper look into the numbers. Right now, LeBron's active streak of games scoring at least double-digit points is 1,096 games. The last time LeBron failed to score at least 10 points in a regular season game was all the way back on January 6th, 2007. That's 15 years ago.
Wow.
To put this absurd streak into perspective, there are only six active NBA players who have played at least 1,096 games in their entire NBA career.
Whoa.
But to really grasp the magnitude of this streak, here's a chart of the longest double-digit scoring streaks in NBA history. Just making it into the triple digits is an accomplishment reserved for only the best players of all time. Stephen Curry's longest streak of 97 games doesn't even make it on this list. Giannis had a streak of 116 games, Dirk had a streak of 190, Shaq had a streak of 245 games, Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant, two of the most gifted scorers of all time, had streaks of 220 and 211 games. But to crack the top 10, we have to go all the way past 400 games. James Harden had a streak of 450 games, Kevin Durant had a streak of 562, Karl Malone had a streak of 575 games, and with the top 3 streaks of all time, our Kareem with 787, Michael Jordan with 866, and LeBron James with 1,096.
Oh yeah, just to let y'all know, by the way, these are the top 3 players in NBA history, in my opinion. LeBron, MJ, and Kareem. Back to the video. That's all I'm saying.
The gap between LeBron and everyone else, a massive void. But what if we only include active streaks of double-digit scoring games on this chart? Well, then it would look like this.
Right.
The next closest streak held by Luka Doncic with 167 games. Luka would have to score double-digit points in every game while playing at least 70 games a season until the 2035 NBA season to even come within reaching distance of this streak.
That's tough.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an unbreakable record and an NBA fact you had to see to believe.
That's
Hope you all
insane.
enjoyed. And as always, until next time.
Man. So that's the end of this video. Man, this video was insane. When it said 10 insane facts, bro, this video, that was crazy. 1,096 games was scoring 10 or more points. If you think about it, they like, well, guys average 20 throughout their whole careers. But yeah, but like 1,096 games for LeBron and scored over 10 points. Like, that's insane, man. Ooh, man, that's some GOAT stuff right there. That's some GOAT stuff right there. Great video, Jimmy. That was a great video. That's insane. I know I said it like 1,000 times, but it really is. That's ridiculous. That's really ridiculous. So if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Also share this video with your friends and family. Follow me on Instagram at J_Hems_Sports. I'm going to say it again at J_Hems_Sports. And I hope everyone have a blessed day. We out.